Our first battle of the evening features a fighter joining us from Peoria, Illinois. Please welcome Joe Walker.
Joe Walker. I'm from Farmington, Illinois. I train at the Big Bear Academy with Trent Warmer. We do a general mixed martial arts workout as well as traditional Kempo. I've just been doing this all my life since I was 4 or 5 years old, and I've always enjoyed it. It's been something that my dad did before me, and my kids are doing after me. The only time I've ever fought, I was really nervous. I got in there and did not stick to my game plan at all. So, what's going to be going through my head this time is my game plan and just sticking to it. Just trying to do as little thinking as possible, just moving and reacting. Just that I've been working on my boxing, and I plan to spend 3 rounds continuing to work on my boxing.
Making his way to the stage, Karate Joe Walker out of Big Bear Academy in Peoria, Illinois. Talking a little bit about being 0-1 and having his first fight, being very nervous is something very common you see in fighters in first fight, a lot of nerves.
I could only imagine how crazy it would be to have never done something like this before, and you get in front of hundreds, thousands of people, and then you have to go out and perform. That's amazing to be able to do that, so I can understand how nervous he would have to be his first go around.
Right, and it was his first go around in MMA. What people might not know about him is that his nickname is Karate Joe, and he's had plenty of fights as a karate master. Just shifting over to MMA is a little bit different.
Right, and I know he stressed that he wanted to stick to his game plan this time, so I can only imagine that it should be a little bit better this time.
Absolutely.
And his opponent joining us from Rock Island, Illinois. Welcome, Brandon Jones.
Brandon Schiff Jones, train at Guerrilla Kickboxing Academy, which I am also the founder of. Train wrestling, taekwondo, Muay Thai. I want to start off by thanking my teammates, everybody that's helped me train, Derek Thiem, Josh McNeil, Ryan Gustavez, everybody that's helped me through the course of getting ready for this fight. I just want to send a big shout out, love my fans, and if you go into war, you need more than your pistol. Shout out Ryan Gustavez. My family. We've been fighting for a long time in a lot of different ways, and it's just one of the ways how I express myself. Well, I see it as he's trying to take my food. He's trying to take my source of energy, and I gotta keep him from that. Think about my son, think about my whole life, but mostly I'm just focusing in on him, trying to get the job done. No doubt at all, my hand will be raised. To my opponent, good luck. I really don't talk trash. I let my skills speak for myself, and I work hard. Everybody around me works hard.
Making his way to the cage, Brandon Schiff Jones out of Rock Island, Illinois, training out of Guerrilla Kickboxing Academy. Himself also with a record of 0-1, and giving a big shout out to Ryan Gustavez from Militich Fighting System, which means that they probably trained together, and this guy's probably ready to fight after his first loss.
Yeah, especially after having suffered defeat the first time. I could only imagine how tough his motivation was going into his training and setting up for this fight, that he doesn't want to come out here and be 0-2. Neither of these fighters want to be 0-2, so you're gonna expect to see the best out of both of these guys.
Right, and listening to him talk, I was gonna ask you a question of what do you think is more when somebody has more on the line, when he says I'm fighting for food, my kids' food, is that more motivation when you have a family and kids as opposed to fighting for yourself?
You know what? I think that me being a family man, I would say that fighting for my wife, my kids would be something that would be more important to me than just fighting for myself, because you want to do something for your livelihood, yes, it's something that you enjoy, but if you're doing this to provide for your family, it takes on a bigger importance than just fighting for yourself.
Right. So that may be the edge tonight with both fighters being 0-1. It's obvious that they both want to get their first win, but him coming out right now with a few members like Derek Thiem, Ryan Gustavez from Militich Fighting System, it definitely steps it up a little bit for Joe Walker tonight.
Of course, and you know that his training has been on point. You know that they have this guy ready to go. So I would expect a great fight. Somebody who's going to come into the ring well prepared and ready to show what he can do.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed in at 203 1/2 pounds. He trains with Big Bear Academy. Joining us from Peoria, Illinois, Karate Joe Walker! And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, he stands 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed in at 205 1/2 pounds. He trains with Gorilla Kickboxing Academy and is sponsored by Goon Squad Performance. Joining us from Rock Island, Illinois, Brandon Shift Jones!
Jeremy Anderson, your referee for the first fight of the night, Joe Walker versus Brandon Jones. Joe Walker in the black and red tap-out shorts. Brandon Jones in the camo. Let's get ready for some action here now.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited to see what Joe Walker is able to bring tonight.
And with the karate guy, keep your hands up with the karate guy.
Of course.
As
Looks like Shift is taking a little bit of advantage off the top.
back to his feet. Joe Walker back to his feet. Very impressive.
Ooh, some nice knees, yes.
Landing some big haymakers, actually.
Yes.
Taking a few of his own from Jones.
And you can definitely see these guys aren't afraid to trade shots.
And Joe Walker actually throwing a lot of knees. Karate Joe keeping his hands up, because sometimes you see with karate guys, you drop your hands because you're so used to being in the traditional karate stance.
And I would guess that karate guys really don't like taking it to the ground a whole lot, do they?
No, but if he did his homework, he needs to know that Militich, they're a ground camp. They're heavy wrestling base. So of course, both fighters throwing a lot of knees, and it's pretty even right now at this point.
Yeah, both of these guys seem very well matched.
Well, now Joe, what Walker needs to do now is get the underhook and swing around. Blocks the knee.
When you're in the middle of a fight like this, how easy is it to sort of get a breather from time to time?
You know what? Surprisingly, you can get a breather every now and then. You just need to make sure, like he did right there, keep your knees up so you're blocking some punches. But you can be in a tie stance and kind of take a few deep breaths.
Like both of these guys are really trading shots right now.
Throwing heavy knees that are landing right there. Another knee.
A lot of inside fighting.
Walker's got a welt on his left side already, probably from the knees that they're both throwing. So when you're welting up that quickly, you got to be careful and block them actually. It's been a flurry of knees and body shots. Walker throwing body shots, needs to watch out for the low blow. Jones actually lands some body shots of his own.
And it seems like both of these guys don't really want to give each other a whole lot of space to open up for one of those strikes.
No, and you're right. And what you see already with them, they're getting a little bit tired, a little less sting on it, and they need to pace themselves a little bit more. But throwing huge shots. Right there.
Big shot. That's on. Mouthpiece knocked out.
Mouthpiece out. Needs to keep his hands up.
Getting a lot of shots.
Jones going in for the kill. Walker needs to take it to the ground right now and get a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, definitely like Karate Joe's trying to tighten up that gap so that he isn't struck.
Jones in a tight clinch and keeping Walker very close to him. and right now it's very dangerous with your mouth guard being out. You're looking at teeth that, you know, maybe busted out, and so very careful. Walker needs to keep his hands in front of his face.
Yeah, he definitely needs to protect himself.
Look for the sweep right there. That's a karate move right there.
And actually, him being able to come back from that flourish was pretty impressive.
Right, so it's proving he's got a chin. I'm surprised the referee doesn't take a timeout for the mouth guard. But 10 seconds left. Looks like we're going to go to round 2. A big body shot from Jones from a kick.
And I know that both of these guys seem to be a little bit gassed, so they're really going to be able to take advantage of this break.
Here's where in the middle of the first fight, both of them are 0-1. You know they're wanting the big win, and what they need to do, their corners need to tell them to calm down and be a little bit more precision with it. You know, put a little more thought behind what they're doing. Just don't throw these big haymakers that you see a lot.
It has to be tough to be able to come into a situation like this. You're the first fight of the night. You have all that adrenaline, and you want to go out and you want to put on a show for the crowd. But you have to sort of tame yourself. You have to control yourself and be able to say, okay, I'm not going to go all out right now. I'm going to take my time, and I'm going to take this break right here and be able to relax a little bit, get my strategy together, get my thoughts together, and come back strong for the second round.
And right, and what we're going to see at the beginning of the second round, I imagine, is that both fighters are taking their time, getting some more breath that they need, and really picking the shots instead of just throwing caution to the wind. Round 2, here we go. And I can hear the corner right there. I can hear the corner of Jones saying, set it up, set it up. And that's what you want to do. Looking for the standing guillotine. Jones has got Walker, and it looks like a pretty tight standing guillotine.
And I know that Jones is putting a lot of leverage on him right now, and that has to be tough with it, you know, with the arm around the neck.
Looking for the big standing guillotine, and Joe Walker's about to tap out and taps out.
It's tough when you get in a position like that to not tap. I mean, you start losing your balance.
Well, yeah, when your feet are
circulation.
Right, when your feet are on the ground and your neck feels like it's about to be popped off your body. The smart thing to do is tap where you will go out, and that's what Joe Walker does tonight, giving Brandon Jones his first MMA win, going to 1-1.
Big congratulations to him. I know that he's trained really hard for this, and it has to be great for him to come out and finally get that first win.
That's right, and what Joe Walker found out about himself tonight is he does have a chin. He can come back from a flurry with his mouth guard out and come out still swinging, and he just got caught. He got caught tonight, that's it.
Call a stop to this contest at 27 seconds into round 2, declaring your winner by submission due to guillotine choke, Brandon Shiv Jones!
There you have it, your winner of the first fight of the night, Brandon Jones, by a submission by guillotine.
You know, both of these guys really don't have anything to be ashamed of, because this was a good fight for your opener.
Great first fight to kick the night off. You got a submission, doesn't go to the decision, so hopefully all the rest of the fights will follow suit tonight.
And you also saw both of these guys trade shots. You know, this wasn't one of those matches where, you know, you got people just laying on each other the entire time. They were trading shots. You saw one person get their mouthpiece knocked out, so you know these guys were getting hit, and they were ready to go.